What's up guys, Aaron here. Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy in this next video. Hey listen, before we get started, Washathon 2020 in Atlanta coming up. It's going to be me, Cody Yarbrough, Bobby Walker, Sean Hodges, and Jason Guyman, all in the same room, teaching you guys how to build your business as big as we can, or as lean as we can, whichever one you want to choose, from the ins and outs of equipment, troubleshooting, marketing, sales, reviews. This is honestly like a star-studded event, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Get your tickets in the description below. I want to see you there. That's a deal.
To get started in the pressure washing business.
What's up guys, Aaron here with the Lean and Mean Academy. Welcome back.
3, 2, 1.
Thing that we're trained inside of our minds subconsciously.
Look at that. Number 1. Hey! Hey! What are you doing, man?
So I haven't posted in about a week, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the Lean and Mean Academy, where we talk about taking one truck, making big profits with it. That's what my business is comprised of. I really focus heavily on my marketing and the automation of that. Now, automation, do I mean autoresponders? Do I mean like automated cards going out all the time? Sometimes, yeah, but automation in the form of starting the foundation of proper website build, and then proper SEO, content optimization, and then we can get to some of the other areas that can feed that foundation of strength where, you know, frankly, until Google's not the king anymore, we'll be optimizing on that platform and going with that. And Google also includes YouTube as well. Some of you guys are using YouTube in a pretty cool way, and you're able to drive some traffic that way as well. So wanted to just make a video today for you guys because I haven't made one in a minute, and talk to you a little bit about overthinking and how overthinking is toxic for your business, heavily toxic, and how it can slow you down, and it can make you take years in certain things that you should only be able to take, you know, should only take you 6 months. And it's something that I do from time to time, and I was discussing this with my banker today because he was going to start some businesses, and he had gotten almost to the cusp, right, of starting his business and putting his money where his mouth is, and he had almost, you know, put his money down, and he didn't really have a reason. He bought some software, and he didn't really have a reason why he was still sitting in that chair at my bank. It was like it was lost in the ether on what happened, and I know very well what happened. Buyer's remorse happened. Self-esteem wasn't where it needed to be, right? He started critiquing his movements from afar. He started saying, well, you know, I really should have this in line before I do that. You know, what are the people going to think? And it's so funny because for me, it was always, you know, truly, what are the people going to think of you, right? I was always the guy, I remember, way back. I'm not this guy anymore because I've kind of been able to analyze what the hell's going on. People call me when I start videos, and I just hang up on them now, because when I press go time on doing a video, it's go time, and everything else takes a backseat. Otherwise, I just won't get it done. So watch out for little distractions. You see, there's people out there who should start a YouTube channel, who should start a business, who should start something, but the little distractions keep showing up, right? And they just give those little distractions the merit they don't deserve instead of pushing through and shipping the damn product. Maybe it's not ready yet. Maybe you don't have the right equipment yet, right? Maybe you don't have the Look, a lot of people ain't gonna never tell you this, right? Because they always wanna slow you down and do it all the right way. And I'm gonna get a thumbs down for this, but honestly, dude, I need more haters, and they have a designated group. But here's the deal: for some guys getting started, you better bet your ass, you better be careful. But if you don't have a license right now, and you have somebody over here who needs a job done, are you gonna turn the job down to wait till you get your license? Hell no. Absolutely not. And look, a lot of guys don't advocate for that. Why? Because most people, let me tell you, most people in this industry are bitter that these channels exist for you, okay? Most people in service industry live in a land of lack and scarcity, and they believe that there's not enough. So I'm going to sit here and tell you, if I started today and I didn't have a license and I did not have insurance, you best believe I'm going to go out and take everybody's business around me. I'm going to still make that money, and I'm going to tiptoe through the tulips on how careful I am. And if people don't agree with that, that's fine. I think having all of these things is very important, and you need to get them done. Okay? You got to get them done. Like having an accountant. Make sure you have an accountant, all right? It's worth every cent. Believe me, I know. But don't wait. Don't keep putting these roadblocks in front of you for fear of what, oh, well, the state will come out. The state ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit. Just get it done when you get it done. Get it done on purpose. Make it happen. But don't be passing up some deals you got this weekend because you don't have these little things. All right? Now, am I sitting here saying that you ought to go like rappel off the side of buildings and hire people and do that? No, that's a different story. But honestly, for a lot of us guys, if you're not using the red tip and you're being real careful and, you know, you're not dumping straight acid on plants, a lot of times you're going to be fine, okay? You just need to make sure that things are diluted in the proper way and make sure that things that I do anyway, right? So, something I need to get off my chest because that slows a lot of guys down. But what I notice is we start analyzing everything, and it really slows down our process and how we invent little problems, right? It's comfortable. It's comfortable because we actually are scared to get where we want to get. You know, I'm currently writing a book, and this is funny because I'm aware of what I'm doing to myself. And I'm real critical of it, right? I'm going through and I'm answering some of the questions of the guys in the group, right? I put a question out there. Hey, what do you guys want me to answer? Some of the guys are responding. And it's really cool because I'm able to screenshot them, and I'm going to put them all in the book, and everybody's going to be able to see themselves, and it's going to be cool. But I also noticed that Parkinson's law is setting in, right? Because I've given myself a certain amount of time. I'm taking that time. Okay, so today I went in and just whooped my ass and went in and just started, like, you know, editing everything, making it right. Eventually I'm going to send it off to the editor, and we're all going to be good. But cracking the whip on yourself is just critical, man, when it comes to whatever business you're starting. Shipping before you're ready is the most important thing. You're never going to be ready. Nothing's ever going to be right. It's like if you just do these things, I feel like if you just have courage and just ship stuff and build stuff and then ship it before you're ready, it's pretty much like that's business. Like the rest of it is just like someone, like a guy with an MBA lining up all the other processes. You know what I mean? If you have an idea and you're willing to go get some money or somebody invest in it and you build it and then you ship it before you're really ready to do it, you can tweak it into the distance. You'll tweak the soul out of it, right? When I used to write songs for a living, I learned that the initial idea for the song usually has some magic in it. There's some magic that's caught in a bottle on how the tone and how you use the melody and how you say and how you phrase things in the song. But if you rewrite the hell out of a song and you don't know what you're doing, you can literally take the soul of the song that was beautiful in the beginning and just run over it 50 times. And it's worthless after that. You almost don't even like the song because you've labored over it so long. There's a rawness in the beginning. And that's why a lot of us like Led Zeppelin. That's why a lot of us like some of these bands, Aerosmith, because they literally would go in the studio and it was a tape and they pressed go. And they had to know their shit, and a lot of them were just playing stuff. And guarantee you, if you could talk to some of these guys, they would write riffs on the fly. Some of the stuff you could never play the same way again. But it was awesome because they put a time constraint on themselves. It's basically creativity by reduction. So reduce the amount of outcomes that are possible, and you will become very resourceful and very creative with what you have at your disposal. Hey, listen, if you're getting your business started, or you've got your business started already and you got a website and it's shitty, or you don't have a website at all, I know a lot of you guys have come to me with questions via email about my team also, and Chris, who's still just killing it on the websites, who's built a ton of websites for the guys in the group. And still going, it's picking up speed, but also just like questions about like what a real web company or web guy or team should be doing for you. That's a great question. So I built out a mini course, link is in the description and probably at the top of my channel as well. It's called the Web Wisdom Mini Map. It is not complete yet. I'm gonna add some more videos. I promise to you guys who are in that free mini course right now, we'll be adding more videos. But click that, enroll. Basically, I'm gonna run over in depth what someone should be doing for you as a web team or a web guy for the build for what you're paying, right? Because I know a lot of people, we're talking about citation maintenance. We talk about a bunch of different things in there that are very important to that first step of having a custom website built, which really is the first step. Look, if you're working with a little shitty site right now, or you're working with, now look, if you're in like an area that's got no, 5,000 people in it, then just keep what you're doing, right? You'll probably rank because there's no one else doing pressure washing. But if you're in like a city like me, or in Atlanta, or in like a major city, you have some serious competition, and all the main guys have serious web builds. Just go check on the second and third page of Google. All those guys will have those little shitty sites. They all look like, templated out. They're not built well. And that's why they're landing on the third page and they're not even showing up in maps. So click the link, get that Web Wisdom mini map, enroll, it's free. I'll be adding some more videos when I get some time for you guys. And if you want my team to build your site, you're ready to go. The same team that builds my site, I got the deal down to $175 a month. They went up last year to $249 a month. If you're wanting to capitalize on that, just reach out to me in the comments or wherever. So back to what I was saying. Ship before you're ready this spring. Okay, some of you guys are in a precarious financial situation and you're not ready to launch. You think you're not ready to launch, but you're ready. But the key is you have to find the prime mover elements that are going to give you the best ROI. All right. So if a guy is completely broke and he comes to me and says, Aaron, I am completely broke. I don't have any money. What should I do first? I would say go to Lowe's, grab you a squeegee now. Go bum 20 bucks from your parents or your friend. Go get a freaking squeegee at Lowe's and start knocking. And that's not what a lot of guys want to hear. They want to hear some way of like, how do I hack this? How do I hack the system? Hacking the system takes money. Okay, that's what it takes. If you want to hack the system and have somebody who knows that back end stuff, like some SEO tricks, shit like that, that takes money. Okay, so if you don't, guess what? You either get some money or you get to go use shoe leather and make it happen. But I'm gonna tell you, if you go out here and you use some shoe leather and you get some accounts, right? A lot of guys have done this, right? Kelfus talks about it. A couple different guys on YouTube have talked about creating a situation, a little business for themselves, a recurring business, not high ticket, but it's money. Okay, and you literally break your fear of approaching people. You break your fear of going door to door, and that honestly is the bigger win. The bigger win is breaking that, because once you get past that, you can pretty much conquer anything. Honestly, it's insane what going door to door. It's like a cleansing of all the bullshit fear you had. But if you do have money, the first place to start is with your website, your web team, and then we start branching out into some of these other ways of basically what I call brand building, which is, you know, keeping your flyers in front of people, which can bring you revenue, and those people can become clients. But a lot of that stuff gets thrown away. I think it really works, but I also think that it's not recurring. It's just one time. So I need something as a lean and mean business that can keep going while I sleep. At 1 a.m. somebody's looking at, you know, cleaning their house, and there I pop up, right? Number one. Let's see where I am right now. I'm about 5 minutes away from the house. This is gonna be a fun little test. So 5 minutes away in a metropolitan area is, let's see, pressure washing. All right. Allow Google to see where I am. So, okay. So, pressure washing, right? Beep, beep. Where are we at? We got some ads. There we are. Is that right there? 61. I think I don't have a ton of reviews. I don't have like some of these guys got hundreds of reviews. I don't have that. But reviews are a small portion of SEO. They're not everything. They are a small portion. Probably up to 15% of your SEO. Let's see where I rank. Oh, I don't rank that great organically for this area, but I do rank #1 in the pack. And honestly, guys, if you can get the #1 in the map pack for yourself, organic, especially for local business, isn't as important as the map pack, because the map pack shows the star rating. The map pack gives people an immediate link to call or to go to the website. It's just used 100 times more. The GMB is so yeah, make sure that you get your tickets for Washathon. Don't overthink it this season, going into the season, okay? Get your pillars, get geared up. You know, if you need to start knocking, dude, and you don't have any money, start now. Set yourself up for spring, okay? Some of y'all have got snow on the ground, so you're not gonna be able to do that much right now. But don't let yourself out. Don't let the excuses flow from your brain. Your brain literally does not care what your goals are, okay? I need to be honest with you. Your brain likes dopamine. That's it. That is it. It gives two shits about what your goals are. It wants sex and food. That's what it wants. And comfort. It wants that little lull state after you eat a bunch of pasta, right? That's what it wants. So understand that you write these goals down, your brain has zero motivation for going that. So what we have to do is we have to reframe and retrain our minds to get dopamine from going after these goals. You may say, oh, do I do that, right? Well, the way I do it is I reward myself for going after these goals. I create a really satisfying movement. This is one thing I do. This is funny, but I have these sticky notes that stick on these little square pads on my wall, and the criteria for me to use a sticky note for a task is that this task either has to be major, meaning I have to put down hundreds or thousands of dollars for it, okay? Or it has to be a movement via SEO or something like that that I know is going to drive revenue. There's no question, is it going to drive revenue, okay? So I don't allow all the little peripheral, like go to the bank or do this. I don't write that shit down. That's just stuff I keep here. The only thing that I allow to sit in front of me are the major prime movers. And I have to look at 9 of these little, they're in a box. So there's 9 of these squares that have major things, and I do not get to touch them and stick them on the bottom until they're completed. So I've retrained my brain to get satisfaction through pushing through the fire. Okay? To me, that's how you have to do it. Otherwise, you'll start putting things up there that aren't big. You like, take stuff to the post office. Bitch, think about, just take stuff to the post office. Don't put it up there. It's not moving the needle. It's not moving the needle. Well, what if it's sending out an estimate? Keep that in your back brain, because you ain't scared to send out an estimate. I'm going to tell you 2 things I'm scared to do, and I do them every day. Put my money where my mouth is, okay? Put down in the, everybody's scared of this shit. If they say they're not, they're lying. Put your money where your mouth is, make the investment, because it's a risk, right? That's what you need to be, like, that's normal. I'm not scared. Scared's not the word. It's just that what the hell? It's not fear. It's just like, anxiety, because now you're actually crossing the threshold. You're not dancing here on the outside. You actually are going in. It's game time, right? You're stepping into the game. And that's when shit actually gets done. When you get that website going, you get those Google ads churning up, right? You get those, if you're doing a ton of flyers, you get them all out, right? And you're starting to get some calls. Like, those movements are what should be training your dopamine, right? You shouldn't be getting your dopamine from taking shit to the post office, all right? That's not a thing. Don't even write that shit down. It just needs to be in your mind, okay? It doesn't get the importance of a sticky note. Hilarious, right? But those little sticky notes, there's only 9 of them, and there cannot be 12, there cannot be 10, there cannot be 6, there has to be 9 for me, because those are the prime movers. And I take one off when I'm done, I stick it at the bottom, and I replace it with another prime mover. And this is how that I built my little pressure washing business into one of the top ranking companies in my city in the course of a few years, and starting out from basically nothing. So if you start off with, if you're retired or you got a, pension or something coming in, bro, like, you're set up. You know what I mean? Like, you can really jump into this business full speed and dominate if you do the right steps. But for those guys who are starting out like I did, broke as a joke, it was rough, son. It was rough. And look, we're still building every day. We ain't out of the hole yet. I ain't let up, though I am a lot more picky when it comes to the people I work with. I am a lot more picky. I just sent in like an $8,000 bid for a little, about 8 townhomes. But they're like 3 stories, and they want me to clean this concrete, and it's got some oil stains, and we're gonna do like a little video if I get it. I don't know if I'll get it. If I get it, we'll do it. But make this year about pushing your courage, man. I like seeing y'all screenshots where some of you guys are taking the step and quoting high ticket, and you're getting it. And it's awesome. It's a good feeling whenever you're able to kind of break down some of your own walls about what you thought was a lot, or what you thought these people would pay for something, right? And sadly, you can ward that off. But even for me, it's still a conscious movement. I still have to keep those that country pricing at bay. You see what I mean? And I still have to understand that people don't price based on what I think. They price based on what they think. So you can't put yourself in their shoes. You don't know people. You don't know their finances. So stop quoting from your own pocket. So I just want to make this video for you guys. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. I want to see you guys at Washathon in Atlanta. Get your tickets below. Enroll in the free Web Wisdom mini map to understand exactly what your web team should be doing for you. Other than that, January's pretty slow. Like, it's not as slow as it used to be by any means, but spring this year is going to be out of control. I honestly am gonna have to make videos about what I'm gonna do about it, because I'm never going to look. I'm already hitting shit. What am I hitting already in my GMB? in January for me, these numbers have never happened for me like in any time. Well, the first two have in like summer, they've been more than this, but that 5.7 thousand, that's never been that high ever in summer, spring, any of it. It's never been that high. So when activity's up like that, those views and those searches, it's probably going to go up to that, and then that 5.7 will probably bump to like 7 in the summer this year. Okay, so it's just going to be a lot. That's how it worked last year from the year before. So I assume that that's what it's going to be, just because my reach is almost doubled, and that's why the activity is what it is. I love you guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Hey, look, if you don't like the no BS approach, all you gotta do is unsubscribe. I really don't give a shit. Y'all know that. I love you, but you know, some people get triggered by some of these videos. And the book I'm writing, like, look, if you can't take it, there is no warm, fluffy blankets in this book. And I'm really struggling on making it longer. It's like 30-something thousand words right now. Okay? I'm struggling on making it longer because I feel like I've said everything. But it's like my own brain's like, you got to put more in it. And I'm like, there's really not more that you're going to put in a $20 book. You know what I mean? It's like, it's basically the roadmap of how I think of going about building a lean and mean business, whether it's carpet cleaning, pressure washing, window cleaning, whatever you're building, you can do it with this formula. Okay. So I love you guys. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications on the videos when I put them out. And I will see you guys in Atlanta the 21st and the 22nd. Talk to you soon.